Please welcome Bob Powers.
Thank you, everybody. Oh dear, there we go. So many rebuttals. Starting with Natasha, your wonderful set. It was really great, and it was actually, it is impressive how much of cocktail culture and whatnot was created back then, and how, the acrobatics they had to go through just to have a drink, because alcohol was illegal and you could go to jail for drinking it. Watch this. Did we win? Do I have to keep going? What else? Oh, Mike brought up, they didn't have Symphony Space back then. You're right, they did have Symphony Spaces all over the place back then, I give you that. You know what they didn't have back then? This great crowd, give yourself a hand. This amazing crowd, this goddamn beautiful crowd, frankly. And this brave crowd that is here right now doing what they have to do, not looking back a century ago to hide from the work we all have to do to keep our democracy safe. You are revolutionaries, and I am proud to be in a room with you. Hear, hear. This is a quick question. Did anyone else think that one of the people in the escape room looked like Michael Ian Black? You did? Yes, okay. Do we know, has anyone heard from Michael Ian Black? Do we know that he got out? I'm definitely not going to argue which racism was better or worse, because I think all racism is bad.
You should.
There's bad stuff in both of these decades, right? But for the 1920s, they had to suffer through 10 whole years of their bad stuff. The 2020s, they're gonna last 7 years tops, right? Then global social collapse would go back to year zero. We're almost done. The political scandals are so much better now. The Teapot Dome scandal? Are you fucking kidding me? I tried to read the first paragraph of the Wikipedia page for that. I died. My body just stopped. I'm dead now. Teapot Dome scandal compared to January 6th. What is more hilarious? Something about a teapot dome, or an army of supplement addicts breaking into the Senate just to shit on Eric Swalwell's desk blotter? I want to see that. Now, all right, I'm not going to stand here and attack the 1920s, my whole set, because they've suffered enough having had to live through it. But I also don't have to, because in going through my family archives, I found this letter from my great-grandfather from when he was in the 1920s. And it was addressed to my, we up there? No. Oh, I went backwards. There we go. To my great-grandson, who will thankfully live in any decade but this one, the 1920s, which is the worst decade ever, ever. I mean it. Dear great-grandson, the 1920s suck ass. I mean it. I really mean it. Here are some reasons why. The 1920s came on the heels of the First World War, so all the men are blown to bits. Here's a photo I took of the hottest guy in the 1920s. This guy is a male model. He is considered a sexy pretty boy because a lot of the parts of his face are still there. Most of the men in the 1920s walk around bleeding from open wounds in their cheeks, and they all smell because they all have dysentery and gangrene from living in battlefield trenches. This guy also has dysentery and gangrene, but again, most of his face is there, so he cleans up dating-wise. Speaking of sexy, this is the sexiest thing that anyone in the 1920s has ever seen. This is our pornography, great-grandson. This breaks up marriages. People are in therapy for being addicted to this. And another thing, everyone in the 1920s has polio. Everyone. Here's a picture I took of an elementary school homeroom. Oh, hey, it's documented. Oh, duh. You could have gone for something more specific than oh. Help me out a little. Elementary school homeroom. If a kid in the 1920s doesn't have polio, they are ostracized by their classmates and bullied by the school janitors. If you're caught lying about your kid having polio when they don't, you're allowed to be fired from your job. Parents toss their polio-negative kids out the window of their horse and buggies onto interstate horse and buggy highway median strips, letting them run off into the woods to become forest ferals. I hope by whatever much better decade you're living in, polio becomes such a thing of the past that your health secretary tries to bring it back just for kicks. Speaking of little kids, here's a video I recorded of a sweet little girl running an errand for her mother at the corner store. Don't ask how I recorded it, that's not important right now. Raise it
It's
up.
all right, sweetie. You be careful crossing the street. Tell your mama that.
Hey, mister! Wait! Mister, wait! You forgot your
This is how every child's errand ends in the 1920s. Thanks to that big jerk, Al Capone. That little girl was killed before she even had the chance to contract polio and become popular. This is our milkman. He fucks my wife, your great-grandmother, and every other wife on his route. Wives find the milkmen irresistible. The milkmen in this decade are not just allowed to fuck all our wives, but if a husband comes home early from work and finds his wife fucking the milkman is allowed to murder him with full immunity from prosecution. He's then awarded the deed to the murdered husband's house, and he gets to keep all the murdered husband's hats. I know this sounds crazy to you in the comfort of your way better decade, but this is how it is in the 1920s. It sucks, I mean it. And if all that isn't bad enough, Hitler is only in his 30s right now, but none of us are bothering to kill 30-something Hitler. We could stop everything he's going to do that I have no way of knowing about yet, but do we lift a finger? Too busy mourning our polio kids and jerking it to Charleston ladies to think about anyone but ourselves. In the 1920s, we're all selfish, and we love enabling the rise of the Nazis, whatever they end up being. God, I hate us, and everyone from your decade should hate us too. I mean it. Even worse, our X Games are terrible. The only reason anyone watches the X Games in the 1920s is because all the participants are kids who don't have polio, so we go and boo them and hope the really sharp sleds slice off their fingers. Finally, if anyone from your decade says that anything I wrote about my decade is wrong, they're insensitive to my lived experience and they have no right to deny me my truth. I mean it. The 1920s is the worst. I'm right about this. I mean it. Love, your great-grandfather, President Calvin Coolidge. He didn't like it? That's my granddad, great-granddad. Thank you, everybody.